This program is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure any illness. Please speak with your doctor when starting a new health program.
How's it going, folks? Hope everybody's doing well. This is George Batista, your health and nutrition advocate, and this is Wellness Talk, the show that goes over the latest in health and healing, nutrition, fitness. We show you how to use supplements properly, and we put a little sanity into health because we all know that there's a lot of insanity in health out there, especially these days. So glad you guys could be with me this week. So as always, it's platinumnutritionals.com where you can get all the articles that I go over. Wherever you're listening to this, if you could like, share, subscribe, that would be fantastic. And if you want to join us as members, there's always the Patreon site. You can join us at the $5 level or the $15 level. $5 level is for general support. And the $15 level is if you want to get access to these amazing courses with amazing protocols for specific conditions. So check those out if you really want to hone in on your health. All right, so this week, we're going to talk about chlorella. Those of you who may not know what chlorella is, it's a superfood for you and the planet. And this is from Wellness Resources, Linda Doberstein. And this is one of those superfoods that when you really realize all the things that it does, it blows your mind exactly what this compound does and why isn't everybody taking it. It's just one of those things. So we're going to go into it and go into a little bit of a history about it. Then we're going to talk about collagen. Collagen is one of those big buzzwords these days, right? Back, years ago it was ginkgo. Everybody was going crazy over ginkgo because they felt that ginkgo would help make them smarter. And ginkgo is good, by the way. But collagen is now the new buzzword because you see it in a lot of your skin products. And it's become a big marketing term because people want to try to stay as young as possible. So we're going to talk about, does collagen work? And if so, how to make sure that your supplement is working properly and what's the proper collagen to get. Then we're going to talk about, are you getting enough phytonutrients and what the latest science reveals. And this is by John Malanka. So we've got some good stuff coming on tap here. So let's get started. Let's talk about chlorella and let's talk about what it is, because a lot of people don't know what chlorella is. So let's do a little bit of a classroom on the air here. So first of all, chlorella is a single cell freshwater green microalgae. And it's actually been sought after for hundreds of years. And the reason why is because it's been used as a food source for humans and animals, especially in Japan, by the way, because it's got a high protein and nutrient content. Now, chlorella is rich in antioxidants, okay? It's huge. It actually contains not only antioxidants, but it also contains 58% protein, which is higher than most other plant sources like soybeans and things like that. And it also contains essential amino acids. It's actually high in the amino acid arginine. The reason why that's important is because arginine aids in the production of what's called nitric oxide. And I've talked about nitric oxide on this show before. Nitric oxide is the gas that it's in your blood vessels, and specifically in your arteries, and it helps your arteries dilate. So it's actually part of your endothelial lining. So chlorella helps arginine boost nitric oxide. It also helps with immunity and respiratory function. Now, chlorella contains tons of the B vitamins like B1, B2, B5, B6, B12. It also contains vitamin C, contains D2, contains E, K1, biotin, contains calcium, magnesium, iron, and selenium. So there's not a lot of foods that actually contain pretty much everything, but this one does. So it's huge. Now, what is chlorella used for? And by the way, it comes in many forms. It comes in powder forms. There are many supplement companies that use it in a powder form. It also can come in a capsule form. So what is it used for and how is it used? Well, number one, they have found that it's fantastic for cardiovascular and metabolic support. Why? Because, again, it's because of its antioxidant benefits. It's actually, there was a meta-analysis done recently. And a meta-analysis, by the way, is when they take a whole bunch of studies and they group them together and look at, all of them in one shot. And they found that when used for 8 weeks or longer, at a dose of 4 grams, it actually supported healthy cholesterol, supported healthy blood sugar, healthy blood pressure management. That's key, right? It also aids in immune and gut health. Now, we know that immunity and gut health go together because 70% of your immune system is in the gut anyway. So you get that 2-for-1 punch when it comes to gut health and immune health. But it's very, very good at identifying and killing off bacteria and fungus, especially when it comes to gut health. Now, chlorella is also good for mood support. There was a 6-week randomized controlled trial provided evidence that mood support and stress with the use of 1,800 milligrams of chlorella per day, they found an overall improvement in physical and mental well-being and vitality. Okay. And those of you, by the way, who take chlorella on a regular basis, you will definitely notice a difference when you take it because there is kind of an energy boost. You can actually use it almost like similar to coffee. If those of you who drink coffee, I don't know if you'll get as much of a jolt as coffee, but you will get a kind of a little bit of a jolt when you use chlorella, by the way. Now, chlorella is huge with detoxification. And I've used it with clients who have had major illnesses to help with the detoxification process. Why? Because it helps with the detoxification of heavy metals. It helps with dental fillings and implants. And removing unwanted toxins. It also helps with removing what's called heterocyclic amines. Now, heterocyclic amines are compounds produced when amino acids, sugars, and creatine, which are found in beef, pork, poultry, fish, when it's cooked at really, really high temperatures, let's say you're barbecuing and things like that, and let's say you kind of char the meat, it actually creates what's called heterocyclic amines. And these are compounds that, when they're ingested, can actually cause tissue damage. Well, chlorella can actually inactivate and block the absorption of heterocyclic amines in the digestive tract. So those of you who barbecue a lot or like to, eat meat that is really, really dark or, like it overcooked, using chlorella while you're, eating that stuff actually is very, very beneficial. So things to watch out for. Again, Chlorella vulgaris is the main chlorella that was first discovered, and it's kind of the most important one. So I suggest the Wellness Resources products that have chlorella in them, and there's 2 products. One is Daily Detoxify, and the other one is a product called Chlorella. And the reason why these are so good is because these are grown indoors. And a lot of chlorella products, they're not grown indoors because what happens is if they're grown outdoors, you can actually get a lot of contamination and exposure to pollutants. But Wellness Resources products are grown indoors, so you don't have that contamination. That's number one. Number two, the Wellness Resources chlorella has a semi-permeable cell wall. Why does that make a difference? It's because chlorella comes in different forms, right? There's a broken cell wall chlorella, there's a cracked cell wall chlorella, and there's the semi-permeable cell wall chlorella. And this is how they come in different products on the market, by the way. So the reason why you want the semi-permeable cell wall is because when you have the broken cell wall or cracked open cell wall, again, it's more susceptible to contamination. So the semi-permeable cell wall is much better. It's kind of like determining if you want your screen door open versus having a screen door that is always open or having it kind of open. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So anyway, so that's chlorella. Again, check out Wellness Resources. myvitaminresource.com is, and as always, I put the link in the description if you want to check out Chlorella from Wellness Resources. Next, we're going to talk about collagen. Does collagen work? And how to make sure your supplement does. And by the way, where to find the best collagen. This is by Alexandra Engler, and this is Mind Body Green. So let's talk about a little bit of what collagen is, because again, it is the big buzzword and people want to take it and put it on their skin because they want to obviously, keep themselves as young as possible. But collagen is a lot more than just for skin. So what collagen is, it's a family of proteins that are actually the most abundant proteins in the animal kingdom. And there's several types of collagen. There's actually 28 different kinds of collagen that are known to exist between the animal and human kingdom. But the type 1, type 2, and type 3 are the most common in the human body. And that's the one that's most associated with skin and body care and those types of things. Now, let's talk about what it does. So collagen's role in the body is pretty much, it's kind of simple and complex, but basically at the cellular level, it makes up the architectural matrix and the structure of your skin, your bones, your cartilage, and your muscle. And with the purpose of helping your tissues become more elastic and withstand stretching. And this is where people kind of hone in on the whole wrinkle thing, right? Now, we do synthesize our own collagen, especially when we're young, and that's because of cells called fibroblasts. Now, assuming they have enough amino acids to do that. And by the way, just as an aside, they also need vitamin C for the production of collagen as well. But the problem is that, again, we synthesize it at high amounts where we're young, but as we get older, things start to decrease. So when you're starting to get into your 40s and 50s, when you start to see the skin wrinkling and all these types of things, well, the production of collagen goes down. Now, how do collagen supplements work? So collagen supplements are broken down into like digestible forms of collagen, usually in powdered form. Okay, that's the best way to take it. It's usually the only way that it's actually, it's in powdered form unless you're using it on your skin, obviously. But it's hydrolyzed collagen, okay? And when it's broken down into smaller proteins, chains called collagen peptides. And these are made of, again, a few amino acids, like lysine and alanine and glutamine and those types of things, okay? So the collagen peptides are the ones that are the really, really important ones. And these are the ones that I would recommend, by the way, when you're looking at supplements. Look at number 1, type 1 and type 3 collagen and collagen peptides, because these are the ones that, again, that are essential and you reap the benefits in your skin, bones, joints, hair, nails, and muscles. Now, you have to remember that, and this was what drives me nuts sometimes about bone doctors when they're putting women on calcium because of their bones, that type of thing, but they're missing the entire point, because again, and I've talked about this before, your bones are a matrix. It's just calcium is just one small piece of the puzzle. You also need collagen. You also need vitamin D, vitamin K, and magnesium as part of this whole bone matrix, not just calcium. So you have to remember that when it comes to that, because remember, collagen is important in that whole matrix. Now, again, collagen helps your skin. It's great for joint health, okay? There was a randomized clinical trial that found that people who took type 2 collagen supplements for 180 days saw support in their physical function and helped improve joint mobility. It's great in gut support because of, again, one of the amino acids in there, L-glutamine, supports digestive health. And by the way, those of you who have digestive problems, glutamine is fantastic for digestive health. And then bones and muscles. Again, in one small human study, men who took collagen daily while participating in a healthy exercise program gained more muscle mass than those who only just did the exercise program without the collagen. Now, how long does it take collagen to work? Well, in this article, they talk about skin support benefits took about 4 to 12 weeks. Muscle mass and strength, about 3 months. Joint health, it took about 4 to 6 months. Tendon support, 3 to 6 months. Bone density support, 12 months. Took a whole year for that. For the hair was unclear. Okay, so I think they're still doing studies on hair. And for nails, 6 months. So what does this tell you? This tells you that you have to be on collagen for a long period of time. It's not something you take for 1 month and then you're done. You've got to take it for a long period of time to reap the benefits of this. Now, when you're looking at collagen supplements, you want to look at a few things, right? When you're looking at the back and you want to make sure that you're looking at the right collagen supplement, you want to look at phrases like grass-fed, pasture-raised, bovine collagen. You want to look at sustainably wild-caught cod. Those are all good signs of good collagen. You also want to look at type 1, type 2, or type 3, and a shared amino acid profile. Now, you can find vegan collagen, however, but those products don't actually contain collagen itself, okay? They're actually simply nutrients and bioactives to help you produce and maintain your natural collagen levels, but the best collagen is going to be from grass-fed animal products, just so you know. Now, I recommend, as always, the Wellness Resources Collagen Peptides, and a couple of reasons, again, because Wellness Resources is the best, but their collagen, you can take a look at it, contains grass-fed, pasture-raised collagen peptides. It's hydrolyzed collagen for optimal absorption. It's 100% collagen powder with nothing added, and it's type 1 and type 3 collagen. Now, what I would recommend, if you're going to take collagen, again, it's powder form. You could take a scoop of it, put it in your smoothie in the morning, and you're good to go. You take 20 grams of it, okay, usually in about 20-gram scoop, and you put it in there, and you're good to go. It's very easily digestible, low molecular weight, and it's hydrolyzed for easy absorption. So again, myvitaminresource.com to check out the collagen peptides from Wellness Resources. Next, we're going to talk about phytonutrients. Are you getting enough, and what the latest science reveals? This is by John Malenka. Now let's talk about what phytonutrients are first. Phytonutrients, obviously, they are nutrients that give plants their color as well as their distinctive taste and smell. You can kind of consider them as the part of the plant's own immune system. Think of it that way, okay? Because they protect the plants against predators like bugs and fungus and things like that. But they're also beneficial to humans, obviously, because they're like antioxidants for humans. So when you take them in, they protect us against oxidative damage. Now, here's the problem. When they've done studies on the phytonutrients from plants, they found that there was such a reliable decline in nutrients of all kinds and everything from corn to carrots. And they did studies between 1950 and 1999, and the decline was unbelievable in the amount of phytonutrients in the plants. Okay, so this is why it's really, really important that if you're going to go shopping and you're going to get your fruits and vegetables from the market, that wherever possible you go for the heirloom varieties, such as the carrots and the corn and the squash, and you get them organic, not sprayed, okay, because it's going to have the most phytonutrients in them as possible, right? Now, believe it or not, conventional medicine does not consider phytonutrients an essential part of for human health. Even though there's, this is what's unbelievable. Even though there's 13,000 studies registered with the National Institutes of Health having to do with the benefits of phytonutrients, including 2,500 cancer studies. But yet, mainstream medicine doesn't consider them important. This boggles my mind, and I will never understand this. Well, I kind of understand it because there's not a lot of money in phytonutrients, right? So, but what's interesting also is that 40% of conventional medicines currently in use are based on plant substances. Right? They take the plant substance, they add the chemical to it, and voila, you get a pharmaceutical drug. But again, phytonutrients, no, not important. It just, I don't, what can you say about it? So this is why, folks like myself and other nutritionists and, functional doctors do these types of things. So we can get you the real deal on what's out there, because mainstream's not going to tell you any of this. Now, let's talk about what phytonutrients are there. Well, you have the carotenoids, right? They're the most recognizable kinds of phytonutrients, and that's your vitamin A, your beta carotene, right? Carrots and kale are among the plants with the highest amounts of beta carotene. Beta carotene has been found to reduce the risk of certain types of cancer, especially lung cancer. We all know that it's beneficial for the eyes, right? But vitamin A plays an important role in reproductive, brain, and immune health as well. Then we have phytoestrogens. Now, contrary to popular belief, there's nothing to fear from healthy natural sources of mild estrogen, okay? And this has been a big thing, right? Because again, this is one of those big buzz phrases or buzzwords. And that goes for the mild estrogen mimicking effects of phytoestrogens. Why? Because this is different than xenoestrogens, okay? Xenoestrogens are aggressive estrogens that are created in the body by foreign toxins. Phytoestrogens populate estrogen receptor sites with the mildest form of estrogen, okay? And they help to flush out these xenoestrogens out of the body, okay? So phytoestrogens actually perform a positive function in the body. And people look at the word estrogens and they freak out, right? But no, these actually do a good thing. And plant-based phytoestrogens found in flax and legumes are among the best ones that you can consume. Now, let's talk about flavones or flavonoids. There are over 6,000 identified kinds of flavonoids within plants, including, again, I've talked about it, quercetin. We've got catechins. All flavonoids contain the ability to effectively scavenge your free radicals from your body. Again, free radicals in your body cause oxidative stress. So these flavonoids lower the oxidative stress, lower the inflammation, therefore helping you with allergies and heart health and cancer and pain relief and inflammation, all these types of things. Then we have resveratrol. Resveratrol is a super high antioxidant, and it's found in brightly colored fruits. It's also found in wine. Those of you who like wine, especially the red wine is what has it. But it's found in berries and grapes. Resveratrol has many health benefits, including helping with cardiovascular health. Then we have terpenes. Terpenes are what produce aromas in fruits and vegetables. And many of the aromatics, which are the main ingredients in essential oils, also have powerful immune boosting, hormone balancing, and anti-inflammatory properties. Then we have glucosinolates. Now, glucosinolates are powerful antioxidants as well. They're found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. But they've been studied because their ability to fight reproductive cancers like breast cancer and prostate cancer, as well as endocrine system imbalances that can lead to thyroid disease and just overall cancer. Okay? So also sulforaphane in broccoli sprouts have been proven to be especially cancer protective, and that's thanks to many studies that were conducted in the 1990s by Johns Hopkins University. And then we have omega-3 fatty acids. I've talked about those as well here. Essential polyunsaturated fatty acids, or PUFAs, they're needed for healthy digestion as well as muscle development, activity, maintaining good vision, neurological health, blood clotting, and a host of other functions. They help with lung health. They help with bringing down inflammation, right? And then finally, we have probiotics. Now, probiotics are good, obviously good bacteria in your digestive tract. You can have bad bacteria in your digestive tract, and this is why we need a healthy balance in your digestive tract. But your microbiome, which is your overall bacteria in your digestive tract, if it goes bad, it's been connected with autoimmune responses. People with autoimmune issues most of the time tend to have an imbalance in their microbiome, especially things like rheumatoid arthritis. So in a 2016 animal study, they found that introducing probiotics prior to cancer cell inoculation resulted in a 40% reduction in tumor growth when compared to the control group. So those are your phytonutrients. But again, the problem is we're not getting enough of them, or because of things, because of the way things are grown these days, or because of the soil is just so lacking and the plants are so lacking, you have to consume so much. This is why, again, I always say consume the multivitamins, consume the multiminerals to make sure that you're getting enough of this. Because if you're not getting enough of this and you have, inflammation in your system that's out of control, then you're going to run into problems. Okay? You want to get out ahead of this. Like I always say on this program, it's so much easier to prevent something than it is to fight it off when you have it. Okay? So get your phytonutrients, get your brightly colored fruits and vegetables, get on the supplements. And by the way, again, Wellness Resources has fantastic supplements that contain plenty of phytonutrients. And by the way, look at resveratrol, because Wellness Resources has a great resveratrol supplement, those of you who are looking into that. All right, so that's pretty much it for this week. Hope you guys got a lot out of this. Again, make sure you guys check out platinumnutritionals.com for the articles. You guys can read those yourselves. And stay on the Facebook group because the articles are on there as well if you're looking at it there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Patreon if you want to get some access to some great courses. And until next week, everybody make sure you stay well. And as always, control your health. Take care.